And back to a Monday again, and with Monday, some rain and not too much more than that, so definitely some good news there. The rest of the forecast, throwing things around here a little bit too much. Rest of the forecast, if I can get this thought out, is going to be again rather on the nice side for the rest of the week. From what it looks like, I don't anticipate much of any problems at all where it comes to the forecast. So think we're doing okay for right now on that. We'll take a detailed look at everything coming up here in just a little bit. Welcome to all of our fans on Twitch and also on uh, Facebook Live. Going to be, again, giving you more details about the rest of the forecast into the rest of the week. We do have a pretty good sized storm system coming on through, and that is where we're going to be seeing the potential for some problems into the early morning hours, maybe some rainfall coming up. Excuse me for 1 second here while I update the date on Twitch to make certain that it looks like we're doing this correctly, and we are now. This is Weather Overtime. For those of you who have never tuned in here before, this is our online video weather blog to give you an idea as to what's going on. During a regular weathercast, we only have maybe about 3 minutes to tell you a little bit more about what's going on. Here, we can interact with you, and we can also give an idea as to what's going on with the forecast in case anybody has any questions at all. And that is why we are here, trying to keep you updated as to what's going on. Let's go ahead and get started and give you an idea as to what's happening out there. Let's go ahead and take a look around the block and show you what's happening, which right now is a lot quieter than what it was about 4 hours ago. Getting into some rain and thunderstorms. Notice the surface of the Tennessee River. It's very choppy, very kind of roiling almost, with those winds going on out there. And those winds southwesterly at about 5 to 15 miles per hour, mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures have remained rather on the mild side. We're back in the lower 50s, which is actually very close to where we should be for this time of the year. Back to I-153 and 64 Plainview outdoor advertising camera showing, again, traffic moving along. Roadways are in a lot better condition than what they were a few hours ago. Very wet, very damp conditions there. Downtown, looking over the library and off toward Lookout Mountain in the distance. Very quiet, still some puddles around the area, and we'll continue to see those throughout the rest of the evening. Bailey's Heating and Air camera there. Starting to see some stars out in the distance, clouds breaking up a little bit on the Patriot Concrete camera from downtown. The camera sort of wibbly wobbly as we have, again, those areas of winds coming on through for tonight. So you're going to see the trees, the flags down here whipping around, the whole trees in motion here at the Chattanooga Zoo Cam, looking off toward Erlanger Hospital off to the northwest, and again starting to clear all the way back that direction, so looking a little bit clearer for tonight. Traffic was a little bit backed up earlier thanks to the rain that came down. Visibility was an issue at 2475. Not showing a problem for tonight, and so far, again, it is not showing any signs of calming down, but very much on the mild side for the time being. So did we get anything out of this? Actually, yes, we did. We managed to wind up with 60 degrees for a high, just above normal high temperature, and our low temperature was way above where we should be. Record low of 1 above, last set back at 1899. 3/4 of an inch plus on the rain gauge, 2 1/3 for the month of February, and we're 3/10 of an inch above for that. 8 inches plus, nearly 9 inches for the year, and we're an inch 0.75 above on that. So we are looking at some very good news where it comes to the almanac page for today. So looking pretty good overall on rainfall across much of the area, so that did help out by just a little bit. We were expecting a lot more backups thanks to the rainfall, but now that that is out of the way, I-75 at Ottawa at the exit, south of the exit on T-Dot Smartway camera, everything is traffic light and moving along pretty well. Very heavy rain earlier at Moccasin Bend, coming around Lookout Mountain and looking back toward downtown Tennessee from that area of Lookout Mountain, between Lookout Mountain and the Tennessee River. Again, rather wibbly wobbly going on as we see some of those winds really starting to pick up and should remain that way into overnight. Let me take a look farther back just for a second at T-Dot's Georgia state line. Also, again, rain free at this time. We do still have a little bit of some showers taking place, not much, but they are moving our general direction, and we will see more of these dribs and drabs of rainfall throughout the next couple of hours as this system finally makes its way on through the area. So we will see again more rain on the windshield into overnight, but much of what we've been looking at excuse me, is nowhere even close to what we picked up earlier tonight. You can notice kind of a rotation in the rainfall. That's that area of low pressure making its way back up to the north and to the east. That's our whole storm system there. And some lightning up north of Johnson City, northeast of Knoxville in just about the last hour or so, but we're not seeing anything else in the way of threats of severe weather. There was a marginal threat of severe weather from earlier tonight. Let me take a quick peek of that and see what the situation is, because right now the threat is from east of Chattanooga, east of I-75, North Carolina, southeast Tennessee, right along the state line, and back into north central Georgia. That's where we could still have a possibility of some thunderstorms, but right now it does not appear to be a major threat or concern at this point, so good news on that. So we'll be watching again that with a lot of interest going into the next couple of days. So for right now, again, decently quiet. Our storm system sitting basically right over the area earlier on, but now has made its way up to the Virginias, eastern Kentucky, northeastern Tennessee. This storm system, as it gets a little bit farther out of the way, will be bringing in dry air sweeping on through, so we don't have much of anything to worry about in the way of rainfall after this is coming through, with the exception of these storm systems coalescing into one as they get closer to us. So that means more rain by the end of the week. Such as it is, we're just not seeing a lot of major activity going on out there for right now. So good news again on that. Island Cove, sky shine lighting up the clouds and breaking up the clouds with that drier air coming on through. Taking a look at the systems over the next couple of days. Fat Tuesday, Shrove Tuesday, whatever you want to call it, for tomorrow. The conditions out there will be, for us, a lot more pleasant. Ash Wednesday, Valentine's Day, first day of Lent if you're celebrating that. Valentine's Day, all those things going on. Sunshine for the next few days. Next chance of rain Friday afternoon and evening, and then into Saturday. Temperatures very mild until then, a little cooler tomorrow, but then back into the upper 40s as we get into the area close to the weekend. So we will cool off a little bit, but not by much, and that is probably going to be about as much as we see out there. So some clearing skies tonight, maybe some clouds left over in the morning, but that should really about do it for the chances of anything involving rain over the next several hours. So not really much left over on that. So for tonight, low temperatures expected to be back in the 30s. Some frost around Mont Eagle, Pikeville, Andrews, maybe down into parts of northeast Alabama. Widely scattered haphazard chances out there, and high temperatures tomorrow again back in the 40s and 50s. So we'll be just a little cooler as we go into tonight and early portions of tomorrow. So again, doesn't really look like much at this time for rainfall or clearing out. Again, the temperatures dropping, but not doing all that bad. Very close to February normals, basically, is what we're looking at for right now. Thanking one of our own News 12's Nicholas Hill. This picture and the email got stuck in my spam filter. This picture was from December, so thank you, Mr. Nick, for a beautiful sunset picture from high atop Lookout Mountain. Sorry we didn't get it in there sooner, but better late than never into February. Beautiful picture nonetheless. If you've got pictures like Mr. Nick and you would like to send them in to us, please feel free to do so. Give us a description. You can remain anonymous if you want to, but give us a location and description about what you were looking at, so we don't have to make something up and get it wrong. If you want to use a nom de plume, that's fine. Don't use your internet address handle on whatever your social media is. However you want to do it. If you don't want to use your name, you don't have to. That's the basic bottom line. But if you would like to send it in to us, pictures@wdef.com, or drop them to our social media pages. We'd love to see what you're seeing out there, and go ahead and send those in to us. Let us know what's going on. Not the best day today for getting out and about in the outdoors. Tomorrow looks even better with temperatures back in the mid 50s. Again, just about spot on normal for temperatures. A little breezy tomorrow and lots of sunshine. Same thing for taking the school bus home. It should be on the nice side tomorrow with no problems on temperatures. Back in the mid 50s with plenty of sunshine out there. And likewise, tomorrow is going to be much better than today if you want to go out and hit the links. As we see, the only problem available will be just from the Gophers, and it's going to be fairly breezy, so that could be a bit of a problem with a slice or a hook. So otherwise, looking at temperatures, again, very close, spot on to where they should be for this time of the year. Outside of that marginal threat of severe weather, we do not see anything in the way of severe weather threat. Want to make certain this is on everybody's calendar, keeping you updated with the latest information about sky-warn meetings coming up. National Weather Service in Morristown teaching a severe weather sky-warn training session in our viewing area, Marion County, Tennessee, back to the west of Chattanooga. It's going to be at the Lawson Building in Jasper, Tennessee, Thursday, March 21st. 6 p.m. If you miss any of these, go to the website at weather.gov/MRX, not just to get the details, but also to get the information as to what is going on and where. So if you have the opportunity to stop by on that, please do so, because that is going to be one of the best places to learn about severe weather. Let me see if this one is working, because I think I accidentally deleted the right picture here. Yes, coming up this week, Thursday the 15th, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, Bradley County 911 Center, 1555 Guthrie Drive, Cleveland, Tennessee. Your chance. Bradley County sits just to the east of Hamilton County in Chattanooga. So if you live here, this is where you want to go to get your Skywarn training going on, and it starts 6 p.m. this Thursday. So again, register for a seat. It's totally free, but register for a seat to let the National Weather Service know who is going to be showing up. And again, that'll be coming up this Thursday if you'd like to know a little bit more about what may be happening there. Astronomical events, what did I do with that? Let's see, it was here just a second ago. Here we go, almost. Sorry, this gets mixed up sometimes. We have this in here. Don't know if the Barnard Astronomical Society held their star party this weekend at Harrison Bay State Park, but with a lot of clouds, a lot of rainfall out there. This is going to be coming up this weekend, Sunday, February 18th. University of Tennessee, Chattanooga is going to be holding their next star party coming up this Sunday evening, the 18th. Gates open at 5:30 at 10 North Tuxedo Avenue. The continuing topic for the lecture and the featured constellation will be on Orion the Hunter. Telescope viewing, if there's good viewing this Sunday, and hopefully there will be, that'll go on until 8 o'clock, but gates open at 5:30. More information, facebook.com/UTC Jones Observatory, if you'd like to be able to attend that and get involved in some amateur astronomy there. One more, make certain you know this is coming up. Amateur radio, it'll be a ham fest, as it is known, where you can trade and swap and buy equipment and get information from experienced ham radio operators. If you'd like to know more, go to the Dalton Amateur Radio Club, which will be holding the, quote, first and best ham fest in Georgia at the North Georgia Fairgrounds in about 2 weeks' time at Saturday the 24th, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m., Dalton Amateur Radio Club in Dalton, Georgia. There is an entry fee. You get a couple of tickets to get in on, again, a drawing in there, and there's tons of information to get to know and to find out. So if you'd like to be able to attend this, please find out more at qrz.com/db/W4DRC, Whiskey 4 Delta Romeo Charlie. I'm an amateur radio operator, got my license approximately 24 years ago this month from the Delta Amateur Radio Club in Bartlett. So if you'd like to know more about this and how to get involved in a really cool hobby, look up their website, search Dalton Amateur Radio Club and the Ham Fest coming up at the North Georgia Fairgrounds in Dalton, Saturday, February 24th. Really want to make certain that everybody is aware of this so that you can learn more about a really fascinating hobby. I got my license in 2000. I should have gotten my license way back when I was a kid, because I would have had that much more fun with things. So a good opportunity to learn more. So please get involved with ham radio, amateur astronomy, Skywarn. We try to present as many of these things to you so you can get more details as to what's going on. Think that should do it for tonight. We are going to be fairly light tonight. There's really not that much going on at this time, so very quiet conditions across much of the area after that chance of rain finally departs and gets on out of the picture here. So not seeing that much in the way of problems for this evening, but later on in the next couple of days, toward the weekend, that'll be our next best chance of rain coming on through, and that should probably do it for now. Twitch TV email address at the bottom of your screen at aonic@wdef.com. Again, just spelled it out for everybody on Facebook if you'd like to take a look and see what's going on there. I'll have more details on the forecast coming up on News 12 at 11 with Andrew Harrison on news and Rick Nyman on sports, so stay tuned for that. And, of course, we'll have details coming up on the morning show. Chip Chapman's got your forecast bright and early on morning show Tuesday starting at 5 a.m. Eastern, so stay tuned for more on that. And as always, keep up to date with what's going on at our website, wdef.com/weather. I'm Chief Meteorologist Austin Onek from WDEF News 12 in downtown Chattanooga. Stay tuned for more from News 12 on air and online, and we'll see you again coming up Tuesday evening. Thanks for joining us.